So I don't know if I want to cry because somebody rolled these and cashed them in for face value. I don't, or if I want to cry because somebody turned them in and didn't realize the collector's value of them. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, good evening, wherever it may be, whenever you're watching this video, and I'm glad that you've come back to join me. This is a very whimsical, I guess would be a good word, video that I'm doing. This is going to be a short one. Uh, so the story behind it is as I was doing my bank battle branch challenge, um, for the coin roll hunting, I get a call from my son from at his work, and he's like, "Dad, you got to come in and get something so I can give you some of these pennies." I go, "What do you mean? What kind of pennies do you have?" He goes, "I've got a drawer full of pennies that are from the 1940s and before." And I went, "What? You've got to be kidding me. You've got a drawer full of wheat pennies." He goes, "Yeah." He opened up a roll of pennies that they got from a bank, which is one of the branches of my bank branch challenge. I just had bad timing. He goes, "They are all wheat cents." So I said, "Well, I'm coming up. I'm coming up. You know, how many pennies can you get me? Because it's a store. They have to maintain their coinage and ratios. So I couldn't just exchange pennies for it. But I did buy a couple things, paid cash, so I can get change. I'm like, give me as many as you can." And he did. He made some change within reason that wouldn't red flag anything from the cash register. And I said, "Give me the oldest ones you have." And throughout the day, here's some extra change. If every time you open your drawer, if you can exchange some out, I'll do pennies for pennies. Here's a nickel, here's a quarter. See what you can get me. And this is what we ended up having. So a long story, even longer. All the collection, 1909 to 1940. This is my dad's book, and I thought I'd pull that out. And just to show during this time, we're looking at 1909 to the 1919s here. There's still a lot of empty spots in these books. And again, this was my dad's collection, so I said I'm going to pull and see if I could fill in some more of these spots, because obviously the 1920s, 30s, teens are hard to find. But this is what my son came up with. So I don't know if I want to cry because somebody rolled these and cashed them in for face value. Or if I want to cry because somebody turned them in and didn't realize the collector's value of them. But I thought I'd pull it out here. So what did I count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pennies here. So it's not a big collection that I was able to get. But again, these were from a cash register at a store. Ugh. These were at a cash register at a store, and I had to go, "Really?" and look at these. So I'm going to flip over to the microscope here so that we could see them all together. But just so you know, we're starting at 1913, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 24, 26, 30, and two 1940s. So, I mean, what are the likelihoods? How are you going to find wheat pennies in the teens that were in circulation? So, and again, I'll post as I do this what the mintage is on these, but look at that, 1913D. Come on, flip. And, well worn, but still quite a bit of detail into that. So 1913D, I got to write these down. 1914 Philly. We have a 1915, really well worn, but 1915 Denver. 1916 Denver. 1917 Denver, And this is my first time looking at them through the microscope with you guys. So 1918 Philadelphia, 1919 Denver, 1924 San Francisco. Ooh, definitely, I should be looking at some of these if they're low mintage. Let's just look here. As I'm thinking, 14D had 1 million minted. Wow. Is that 14? Yeah, 14. No, 14 was a Philly. And what was that? San Francisco. That was a 24 San Francisco, which I need only 11 million minted on that one. Just take a look at that. 1926D. D, 28 million, so a little more common. 1930 San Francisco. Flip, don't have that one. 24 million. We have a 1940 Denver and a 1940 San Francisco. Ooh. And I do have the Denver. I don't have the 1940 San Francisco, so that's a book fill as well. Many of these are going to be book fills. I'm just looking here. Everything was a D mint mark. 15, 22, 16D. I've got 36, 17D, 55 million. What was the 18? Was the Philly, which I have. 280, 19 Denver, which I also have at 57 million. So I'm going to put those out there, and we'll just take a look at if this decides to focus. There we go. Yeah, I mean, if we look at them, I mean, they're what you can expect when you see coins that are over 100 years old. I mean, they're in good condition. I don't know if I'd say fair. This one's probably got one of the better backs, if that would focus on there. Still a lot of detail, good details in the words, a little bit in the leaves. That's 1926. A little bit of wear pattern. But there you guys go. 12 pennies, 19 teens, 20s, 30s, and 40s. Do that so you can just see where everything is. But thankfully, he was able to get me 1913 to 1919. I got a whole set there. And now he's also keeping his eye out just in case some of them are still in the register on there. But what a find. Unbelievable that it was in a rolled from a store that my son just happened to be working at. What a fluke. So thoughts, comments? Like I said, I'm just dumbfounded that somebody would put these back in circulation, that anybody would turn these into the bank. I mean, clearly they didn't know what they were doing or what they had their hands on. So make your comments below, guys. Like, subscribe, support me where you can, support this history, and I'm glad I was able to at least get these 12 coins out of circulation and into a collection. So thank you again for supporting me, remembering to like, subscribe below, and until the next time, have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day.